Glasgow's Kelvin Hall for the second World Cities Championship. Teams from 8 countries competing throughout Europe and North America, and stand by for some incredible skill, fitness and commitment. The 8 teams are divided into 2 groups. In Pool A, Glasgow, New York, Prague and Swansea. Glasgow, last year's bronze medalists, are a young side bursting though with Scotland internationalists and expected to do well once again in front of the home support.
Brand new team, and it's been the last couple of weeks. Had a lot of training and getting the guys together. We played excellent today, especially beating the favourites Prague.
New York, the American representatives, hope to improve on last year's performance. They've been on tour in Scotland in preparation for this championship.
We've got a young team this year. This time it's an all-American team. And really it's a development opportunity for us to go out and to play some other teams and really to find out what we are against very experienced competition.
Prague, the Czech side, are highly fancied to win the event. They won silver at the European Championships and have made great strides in indoor hockey in recent years.
We have here 6 players practically without experience. So I hope, and now I can tell you that I know that it's good practice for us, and we are happy.
Swansea are the Welsh club champions. They might find the going a little tough here, but welcome the chance to face such experienced opposition.
Big learning experience. Obviously we're playing against experienced sides who play in Division A in European hockey. Czechs are very good, too good for us. Good to get a win over New York. And certainly the Scots were too strong for us at the end of the day, but we thoroughly enjoyed it. The standard's been as high as we expected, which is certainly higher than we played back in South Wales, and we're delighted to be here.
And the group didn't quite pan out as expected. Glasgow finishing top, winning all 3 matches and scoring some 30 goals, including a 12-6 victory over the favourites Prague. The Czech side though have qualified in 2nd spot. Swansea took 3 points off New York, the Americans perhaps suffering from that tour we mentioned earlier. In Pool B we have Edinburgh, Dublin, Toronto and Vienna. Edinburgh, the other home side, a lot of experience there with several former Scotland internationalists. They've been here before, they know what it's all about.
They brought a lot of young guys in that didn't quite make the international squad, kind of A team, and I'm quite pleased. We got off to a very bad start and we didn't play all that well against Canada, and we lost a few goals in the first half and had to work hard from then on in. But when we played the Irish, we showed a lot of good dig, and I was quite pleased with it. I think Paul, the coach, was quite happy with us.
Dublin, like Swansea in the other group, are the country's national champions. The Irish side not expected to reach the semis, but could well take a scalp or 2 of the more fancied sides.
Tough games to start off with, but we're just starting our indoor season and we're hoping to build on this to go to Belgrade to play in the European event. We have a very young squad, so it's a learning curve for a lot of them. Mixed in with a few players, Trevor Dagg, Anton Scott, who have played a lot of indoor hockey in Europe. So things are going not according to as we would like, but it's getting there.
The Canadians, Toronto, have a Scot in their ranks. Former internationalist John Christie gives his all whoever he plays for. He's guesting for the Canadians this year and could well be their secret weapon. Toronto are the number 3 seeds.
In Toronto or in Canada even, we don't get that much hockey. And to get a tournament of this caliber,
and get all the games of this caliber, it's really gratifying and satisfying to finally get to play at the level that I've heard so much about.
The Austrian side, Vienna, arrive in Glasgow, having just won a major tournament in their home country. Very much the formed team. Look out for the Mayer brothers and Patrick Fisher.
Everything's possible. I mean, 4 top teams are even one level, I would say. And I'm looking forward to the games and hope we're standing in the final of this really fabulous tournament.
And Vienna did in fact finish top of the group on the same number of points as Toronto, but having conceded fewer goals. The two sides drew 8 apiece in a thrilling group match. Edinburgh won just the 1 game, and Dublin have competed well despite failing to win any points. So it's Vienna and Toronto who go through to the semi-finals. And so to the first of those semi-finals, Prague against Vienna. Let's join our commentary team, summariser Dougie Potter and match commentator Alistair Alexander.
Zeman controlling, along with Kolar. He's their top scorer in the tournament so far. Prague finished second in Pool A, behind Glasgow, who had wins over Swansea and New York. But certainly the defeat by Glasgow rankles with them. The Austrians winning the set piece. Good driving run there from Fabian Ringler.
He's the man to watch. He's very much their playmaker who makes things happen on their side.
The Czechs pull back behind the post, and goalkeeper Havluj anxious. 3 on strike. The defenders break. Tension. Brilliant bit of work there by the Austrians. He took it cleanly, fired into the corner, and that was a first-class goal. Now the corner set piece turned back out and into the corner again.
Absolutely clinical, straight back to the pusher, at pace, right in the goals.
Patrick Fisher gets the opening goal for Vienna, and that certainly was an important one, but it shows how good teamwork and coordination and set play can give the opportunity. Fisher the scorer. First blood to the Austrians. And again the Czechs under great pressure. Almost a second, but however they're coming right through. Bauer, and it's driven in. That's an equaliser. Excellent goal from Rowan Hackle, number 6, and he really went all the way, kept going. Bauer did well blocking it, but look at the persistence and the skill to drive in the equaliser.
It just shows you how dangerous Prague are. Breakaway down the other end, and look at that, stuck with it.
And Kolar, formidable number 10. He's the top scorer, mainly from set pieces, and you can see the power that he'll get into the shots. Kolar again. Skillful play by the Austrians. Break on, and the keeper there. Well, that went off the foot of the attacker, Martin Meyer. Good work by Martin Havluj. The Czechs now going right through. Bauer beaten and tucked away so swiftly, and that really was set on a plate for number 9. Just look at the little transfer in, and Jackal was there, touch in.
That's the real risk for Vienna. They allow this man Hackle to run at their defence. That's what they can't afford to do.
The Austrians making the changes. 12-man squad, 6 in court at any one time, and you can make the changes, so it's a very fast, swift game. Patterns can change. Suddenly star players can come on and turn the game. Good bit of play down in the corner. The reverse pass not coming off for the Czechs. Fisher driving. On the turn in, beautifully touched away there by Klein. number 6, he was the man that got the final touch. The work was done by Fisher. And look at Klein, just a little nudge, and that was enough for the equaliser. And again, good bit of play by the Czechs. Countering by the Austrians. Klein, who got that important second equaliser. Now counter-attack. Hat-trick on. Oh, and it just went wide. Roman Hackl, the captain, seemed to do everything right and just slipped wide. Here he is. Almost, but not quite.
It's a poor finish by Marek there. He's a very good defensive forward, good tackling, but his finishing's not his strong point.
Another set piece for the Austrians, their third. Keeper breaks. Turned in, goal. Makes it look so easy. Fisher again.
If you score off this once, why not try it again? That's what he does, and does the same result.
Fisher's second, the Austrians third. Prague 2, Vienna 3. Very high standard of indoor hockey in this first semi-final between these two Central European sides. To the Czechs. Again a driving run. Hackl, will he get it? Yes, now that is a good bit of play. Keeping it alive in the corner. That one lifted off a defender. That is another corner to the Czechs.
That's fantastic play by Hackl. He chased that all the way to the end, kept in, and then made something out of nothing.
Bauer waiting. Hackl. Driven in, and that is smacked home by Roman Hackl. That's his hat-trick. The Czech captain leading by example, and as we near half-time, it's 3-all.
He just tucks this one underneath the goalkeeper, sees the gap. Great goal.
Again, the Austrians looking to steal. Fail to do so. Green and white Czechs. Flowing forward, good stuff. That came off the foot of the defender, and the umpire, Henrik Ehlers of Denmark, awarding the push to the Czechs just outside the area. Transferred. Oh, and that was a very difficult effort there. And the big fella found a little space on the far side, but look at the power, just rising.
It's a terrific pass from Kolar, picking his man out. He just failed to control it.
Well, number 9 for the Czechs, Pavel Hackl, is pushing forward at every opportunity now. Power in the shot. There's another low effort, and he gets it in. No, he doesn't. Great work again by Bauer. Potter leaving it. The push, the pressure on. 12 minutes remaining in the semi-final. The next goal could be so important, and it comes for the Czechs. Crash past Bauer there. That was a marvellous effort by number 11, Martin Zeman. It came to him, he took his time, he got into the area, and a great shot to beat Bauer. 4-3 to Prague.
That's a terrific finish. Bauer's been doing an awful lot to keep the Austrians in the game, but even he can't stop that one.
The Czechs now have the man advantage. They're looking for more goals. Great defensive Austrian play against all odds. Reverse flick. Great into space. The Austrians suddenly coming and bursting alive. Havluj out to defy Ringler. Counter-attack. 3-on-1 here. They must score. Keeper down. And what a great bit of work by Klein on the line to drive Hackl from his 4th goal, and a goal that certainly would have put the Czechs into the final. The Austrian defence could do nothing, but look at that great defensive play by Klein. Interception by Kolar. The Czechs know this is the time that they must make their advantage count. The Austrians fighting, buying seconds, but they can't do any. Oh, Bauer, a great save, but that one just lifting the pass inside to Hackl from Kolar. He's disappointed, and the Czech captain just looks in amazement. Kolar, yep, he just lifted it ever so slightly. It wasn't along the deck, and even then Bauer was there to defy the man.
The Austrians are getting a bit desperate now with some of their tackling, throwing the sticks in, and that's a penalty being given by the Danish umpire.
So a penalty stroke awarded to the Czechs by Henrik Ehlers of Denmark, and Bauer will have to produce another miracle. And again he faces Martin Zeeman. Zeeman, who scored the all-important 4th goal for the Czechs. The clock stopped on 6 minutes, 18 seconds remaining. Concentration from both players. Zeeman versus Bauer. And the contest is won by the Czech, sweeping style. Zeeman's second, and that penalty stroke makes it 5-3.
Very powerful flick, right in the roof of the net.
Ringler, Klein, the Czechs just stay firm. Their tactics are the half-court marking, and the Austrians now trying to create a little bit of individual space and look at the individual stuff. The Czechs countering them. Again, they're straight through. Marek through the keeper's legs. That will seal it for the Czechs. The scoreline changes in their favour by 6-3. Marek's 6th goal was really coolly taken. He was all on his own, one-on-one with the keeper, through the legs, and that will be the goal that will seal it for the Czechs.
I don't think Bayer's going to like to see this again, right through his legs.
Just over a minute remaining. The Austrians still pushing, and they've got a corner, and they're not too happy with some of the umpire decisions, but I think it's just the pressure that's on them and the fact that they're trailing by 6-3 to Prague. And again, this corner, if they convert it well, it can only be described as a consolation effort. Keeper blocked it, penalty stroke, and the stick coming in as the keeper went out there. Havluj did well. The Austrians will settle for the penalty stroke, and Patrick Fischer, the man who scored 2 goals for them in this semi-final, he'll want to get his hat-trick, but it'll only be just consolation because the Czechs now, with the clock showing, there's just over 47 seconds remaining. Fischer with the penalty stroke. Sweeps it in, gets his hat-trick. Scoreline is Prague 6, Vienna 4, but it will be the Czechs who will go through to the final.
So who will join Prague in the final for this World Cities title? Will it be Glasgow, the home side, or will it be Toronto? Let's rejoin Dougie Potter and Alistair Alexander.
De Souza will be looking for Christie here off the set piece, just to touch it past the keeper.
And there was Smith coming in very quickly on that one. A little heart-stopping moment for Glasgow there. Miller happy to see it past the post. Callum Wood, nice skills, reverse shot, goes for Glasgow now, and Kenny Snibbles drives it cleanly into the net. Glasgow are ahead by 1-0.
Super finish eventually, just powers it into the middle of the goals.
Well, it took Glasgow quite a bit of time to find their scoring touch, but pushed forward by Callum Wood, who made the decisive pass, and Stibbles applied the finishing touch.
Callum Wood's very much the man in form for Glasgow at the moment. He's dictating the play, and if he carries on playing like that, I can see Glasgow winning this game. And
a chance for Christie to put Toronto back in level terms. Smith again, good play by Miller. Smith drives it in and into the side netting. All the Canadians knocking at the door but not able to get the equaliser. Fine defensive play by Glasgow. Smith was forced wide. Miller did the block, and again he applied the pressure. It was too tight and into the side netting. Oh, how about that very simple touch by Chris Anderson, just on the court, and the ball just split the Canadian defence. There he was, just directed it, and it was 2-0 for Glasgow. Oh, big open spaces. Yeah, you can't argue with that. Vishal Marwaha, again, he's just on, and a simply taken goal as the Canadian defence just falls apart. Where's the marking? Wasn't just one, but two chances, and Glasgow took the second one.
Excellent substitutions there from the coach, Bruce Cuthill. He's brought on Marwa and Anderson, and they've scored right away.
Scott Smith, good stick work. He's got to do it all on his own. He's been closed down by defenders. Cox cross court. D'Souza waited. Good effort there from Wayne Fernandez.
Clumsy tackle there from Kerr Thompson, and the umpire, Austrian umpire, giving the short corner. This is the chance for Christie.
D'Souza, Fernandez, Christie, yes! Pulled the trigger superbly, and that pulls one back for Toronto. Glasgow lead by 3-1, and this is vintage Christie. Couldn't ask for better.
Christie knows his goalkeepers. Miller went down and the ball went up.
Canadian defence. Fernandez taking it for a walk and then losing it. Counter-attack from Philip Webster. Glasgow flooding forward. Marwaha. Webster, oh, diving in. That would have been a great goal if it had gone in. He was the man that set it up and nearly finished it.
Super pass from Forsyth, finding Webster there, who started the move in the first place. Philip Webster now a far more mature player.
Forsyth. Again, Jimmy Cox guesting for the Canadians. The Dundee player doing well. Scott Smith. Christie is now the Canadians' top scorer. He's got 11 goals in this tournament so far. As Glasgow try and break through. Oh, great stick work and a great finish by Richard Forsyth. The Western player, the Glasgow player, one of two Glasgow players in the side. He did it all on his own. Look at that skill. Almost stumbled round the keeper. And the sparing effort from D'Souza. But that was certainly a great goal.
Great determination round the goalkeeper and finishes it off.
(4-1) to Glasgow. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the first half. They're going again. And, well, that was a hard tumble. Chris Anderson came right over Ed Fernandez, the goalkeeper's legs. Richards Forsyth to put in. There it is, so simple. Kerr Thompson shooting Glasgow well into the lead by 5-1.
Very accurate placement there to the right of the goalkeeper by Kerr Thompson.
Cox going forward. Fernandez to Smith. Steele on for the Scots. Squire. Oh well, the opening is there and Squire takes the return pass, sweeps it into the corner. He's happy with that. and the scoreline changes to 6-1. And there's the sweet pass, unmarked, and the keeper exposed. Corner awarded to the Canadians, so inside the final minute, the opportunity to try and pull one back, but Glasgow very much in control. Miller again. It's been one apiece in set pieces. Let's see what Christie does this time along the deck, straight through. Christie gets his second, Toronto's second, but the scoreline still remains 6-2 in Glasgow's favour.
I think this is going to get personal between Christie and Miller now.
D'Souza challenging the umpire, and the Canadians are right round Michael Gero of Austria there, and he is awarded the corner to Glasgow. They are not too happy at all. Even John Christie's in there, and he says, I'm the man in charge. And the clock is stopped, and I think a card might be produced here. The Canadians back off immediately. Yep, that's number 7, Kerr Thompson's second, and really again fine execution from the set piece.
He put it in the opposite corner this time, left-hand corner, no chance, no one in the line.
Christie lurking, hoping to snatch something, but I think even the Herculean efforts of John Christie are not going to save this one for the Canadians. D'Souza tries to put it in, Braithwaite there, and a corner awarded. He says, what did I do wrong, umpire? Peter Von Rett. Sweeping the stick, and I think that's why he's beating his pads in a little bit of frustration, but he's in good form, Braithwaite, in the second half. And there is a good example of how Braithwaite was psyched up for that. That has really been the save of the tournament so far. We've seen some fine goalkeeping, but Braithwaite's attempt there was superb.
David Braithwaite, great hands there on that save.
7-2 as Glasgow get back into gear again, looking for the shooting chance. Oh yes, it found the corner of the net, and that was David Johnson. You could see the determination. He had one idea in his mind. Once he was inside that shooting zone, he was going to shoot, and Fernandez was beaten. 8-2.
Sheer power there coming through. He gets his forearms, his whole body behind it, right through the keeper.
Richard Forsyth. D'Souza under a little bit of pressure, he better be careful, and again it's stolen from him, and that's how swiftly things can change. Richard Forsyth, second goal, and Glasgow now 9-2, and really it was D'Souza looking for support, it never came. 3 against 1, and Forsyth swept it home with consummate ease.
The key element here is he just keeps it low and applies power to it, so the keeper can't get down to it.
The Scots go into double figures. Marwaha, a nice little touch, and that was almost a training exercise. Keeper helpless. Marwaha's second, Glasgow's 10th. The final beckons. Well, Braithwaite, he's determined to keep a clean sheet in the second half if he can. Not quite. The Canadians with just 2.5 minutes left get the goal. Jeff Ferguson, who came on, and there he is, taking the slip ball from Smith and lifting it into the empty net. Braithwaite will be disappointed. Ferguson will be delighted. Two minutes remaining, and Canadians trying to salve a little bit of pride, putting a little bit of pressure, extra pressure on the Scottish defence. They've conceded the corner. Stibbles and Braithwaite having a chat about something. Look at the size of those gloves. Oh, couldn't do anything about that. D'Souza, well, yes, a brief smile from John D'Souza, and the set piece, he got the ball back. Christie saw the man in the right spot at the right time. Braithwaite had no chance.
That's great timing of the pass. He just waits and then plays it. Good finish.
We're inside the final minute as the Scots face another corner. And look at the size of those keeper's gloves. Well, he can't do anything about that, and the Canadians rattle in another goal, but it's all too little and too late for them.
Christie just drags it to the side here, just takes it, changes the angle slightly, and then puts it in the opposite corner. Very good technique.
So before the big final, let's just have a look at some of the hockey shooting stars of the future. You've got a gum shield there.
No, not really, but my mom said that I have to wear it in case I put my teeth still fall out.
And wasn't that wonderful? Let's hope the final is just as good. And I'm with the two team captains in the final, Phil Webster of Glasgow and Roman Hackle of Prague. Firstly, Phil, your team are playing exceptionally well. Have they surprised you this weekend?
Yeah, they have. We haven't had a lot of time together. We've just come together really last weekend, played a few games. The guys have played really, really well this weekend. And I think the key to our placement, we've had a really big bench. And the guys have come on and done their stuff. It's been really good, it's been excellent.
It's a very young side that you have.
It is, yeah. I think the oldest guy is our keeper. He's 26, 27, so we're building for the European next year. And hopefully if we can win here, it'll be a good string to our cap anyway.
And Roman, Prague were one of the favourites before the tournament. You've got to the final. You must be pleased.
Yeah, we are very happy, and we hope that it will be a beautiful game for all the spectators.
And Glasgow, are they better than you expected?
They have a very strong team. They are very good, so it will be very hard for us. I don't know.
Do you have your eye on anyone in particular to keep an eye on in the Scottish team?
I don't know.
They are all good players.
Yeah, it's a very compact team. So.
And Phil, do you feel the standard of the World Cities generally has been pretty good for the spectators?
Yeah, it's been very good standard. I think the spectators have thoroughly enjoyed it here, and the skills have been excellent. It's been really fast-flowing hockey.
And let's hope it's... And you think so too?
Yeah, it's true.
Let's
really,
hope it's...
Really good standard, really.
You'll be back again next year?
We hope. But I heard that next year it will be like national team. So I hope that I'll be there. And
in some capacity you will be back?
Yeah.
Well, let's hope today is a sporting contest. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
This is the Prague lineup for the final. They're starting 6 of the cream of Czech indoor hockey, who are currently European indoor hockey silver medalists. And a hat-trick from captain Ronan Hackl in the semi-final in that win over Vienna came at a decisive time for the Czechs, who tactically outsmarted the Austrians. And these are the players representing Glasgow, virtually a shadow Scottish international side. Last year they were picked at the semi-final stage. Can they win the final in 1998? And the top scorer, Kenny Stibbles, with 9 goals, will certainly be the man the Czechs will have to counter. But there's 9 other players who've contributed 31 goals so far between them. The danger threat from the Scots could come from anywhere. And the final of the 1998 World Cities Indoor Hockey Tournament between Prague and Glasgow gets underway. Both teams are well up for this game in their attempt to win this prestigious event right at the start of the new year. Glasgow in pale blue, the Czechs in burgundy. Glasgow already played Prague in a pool match, beating them by 12 goals to 6, but finals are different.
And we can see right away that what Prague are doing are sitting back and asking Glasgow to take the game to them. That's very much going to be their tactics today, I think.
Marek, again loose. Glasgow pick up 3 against 2. They've got a push just outside the area. The Czechs will get back to defend. Quickly taken. Again another push, as that challenge was illegal on Callum Wood. Push into the area, deflected off a defender, corner, and that was a quick bit of good work there by Philip Webster, the captain, and Havluj did well, going the wrong way. The set piece for Glasgow. Lofting goal, yes it counts, it's driven in hard there, beautifully by Philip Webster. And that is a great goal for the Scots. Look at the setup, beating the Czech defence and into the corner.
You got real power behind that, but it's right in the corner.
Chance on for the Czechs. Hackl again driving forward, but not able to turn it to their advantage. Disappointed.
Super reverse stick tackle there by Philip Webster.
Kenny Stibbles buzzing around, and the Czechs keeping a wary eye out for him. The Scots much sharper to the ball. The Czechs haven't really got into their stride. And caught possession there, Roman Yelin. And there's a great goal again. Literally pushed right through and struck home with stunning accuracy there from Kenny Stibbles. Look at the pass and the turn shot behind Havluj before he could move, and Glasgow move into a 2-goal lead.
All Stibbles does is puts his stick down flat and just really deflects it into the net.
So far the combined play has all come from the young Scots. They're settling well into their pattern and 2 fine goals. Good checking work.
This is the difference between the systems the two sides are playing there. Glasgow a much more aggressive zonal defence.
Well, that shot's handled well by Braithwaite, but the danger's not over. The whistle is gone perhaps to save the Scots, because that is a corner. Braithwaite certainly blocked that one, but he pushed it into the danger zone. Not be happy with that. So the Czechs have the first corner in the final, and the set piece might be their route to goal. Patrick. Oh, and that was a fine bit of work. Kolar beats the keeper, but couldn't beat the defender on the line, keeping his stick vertical. And that is superb work by David Johnson.
You need to have bottle to stand in a line when somebody's flicking a ball like that at you, and that's exactly what David Johnson's got here.
So, a near thing for the Czechs. That'll encourage them to come forward. Glasgow holding the 2-goal advantage. Now finding the Czechs coming at them in waves and scoring with style. Number 12, Roman Marek, rattles home a fine goal, his 5th of the tournament, and it really was a solo effort. Kept going all the way. Look at the gap opening up and finding the net.
Great run here by the player, takes on 2 defenders and slips it past the keeper.
Prague opened their account. Prague 1, Glasgow 2. Marwaha for Charles, holds it. It's a great bit of dribbling skill. Oh, it just wouldn't come through. Counter-attack by the Czechs. Heckel, and now number 9, Pavel Jakel, going right through, and he finds the net. Well, that is a great bit of play. Heckel linking through there, and Pavel Jakel kept going. He was forced out, checked inside, delicate stick work, gets past another defender, looks up, and finally puts it into the corner. Braithwaite in amazement. 2 each.
I don't think Braithwaite's going to be too happy here. Just goes under his arm and into the goals.
Well, Pavel Jakel certainly has revived Czech hopes. 2 apiece. Here he is again. Great stick work, great support play. Players flooding into the Glasgow shooting area, and that's a penalty stroke. Now, Kerr Thompson didn't really need to do that, because I think that was going wide of the post. He touched it, and really the lob was going wide, and he hooked it away. That is an automatic penalty stroke, and suddenly the game has turned.
Great skill from Heckel there to do that, and he's going to be the one taking the penalty.
Waiting for the signal to come from the Dutch umpire, Peter von Ret. Braithwaite, look at those enormous gloves. Well, snatched at it. The captain really is so disappointed with that one.
A real let-off for Glasgow there.
Great tactical battle being fought out there. A driving run by the Glasgow captain, Philip Webster. And, well, there's Heckel coming to grief again. Took that one rather awkwardly. Seemed to take it in the face. And when he resumes, the Glasgow side will have the corner. Here's the incident. Driving run in there, and you can see it just actually came off the goalkeeper and straight into the face of the Czech captain, and he'll need an ice pack, yep, to take that bruising down. The clock stopped on 1 minute 24 seconds remaining. Can Glasgow snatch a goal from the set piece? The defenders ushered back. Marwaha, Webster, Kerr Thompson, drive, goal! That's the man, Kerr Thompson, shooting Glasgow into the lead close to half-time. And again, it was precision work from the corner, neatly swept by the captain, and finished deadly accuracy by Kerr Thompson of Mingus Hill.
Just a transfer there, takes the goalkeeper out of the play, and just too far for him to get it.
We're just waiting on the hooter, and that is it. Half-time, Glasgow hold the lead by 3-2 thanks to this man, Kerr Thompson. A great second half in prospect. Half-time, Prague 2, Glasgow 3. Second half underway. 20 minutes left in this game to decide the destiny of the 1998 World Cities Indoor Hockey Tournament final. Glasgow hold the slender advantage. In the event of a draw, there will be penalty strokes. It might not be needed. That one is just slotted away so coolly. Kevin Squire rattled it home, his first goal in the final. He took the rebound off the keeper's knee and the net was just gaping. Squire's 6th goal in the tournament, and he accepts it gratefully.
Just what Glasgow wanted to start the second half off with.
Well, the Czechs were undaunted in the first period when they were 2 down. They now have another 2-goal deficit to pull back, so let's see what they can do. They'll be looking for a quick one here. There's Paul Miller in action, and that's a corner. A good bit of play there by Jelen and Marek.
Good play here, combination back in, and Miller made a bit of a meal of it, putting it up in there and giving away the corner.
He comes dashing out, leaving the net exposed, and Glasgow very fortunate indeed not to find that one rattling in to the net, and the Czechs coming close. Paul Miller, goalkeeper for Glasgow in the second half. David Braithwaite in the first half from Gordonians. Now the Grange player comes in. The Czechs away, look at the big space, and that one will count. Miller was posted missing. Pavel Jakl, he gets his 2nd goal and makes it 4-3. Disaster for the Glasgow defence.
That's what the Czechs are so good at, and he just finishes off in fine style.
Well, a little bit of overexcited goalkeeping there, I think, by Paul Miller, who was put under pressure early by the Czechs. 4-3, Glasgow's lead. They've got the push, quickly taken. Kenny Stibbles. Oh, that's a great effort. Chance again, and the reverse shot, and the keeper got a touch. Fine effort there by Callum Wood.
Great pass again from David Johnson in there. Callum Wood picks up the rebound, but he just puts it wide.
Four minutes gone in the second half. 4-3 the scoreline in Glasgow's favour. The crowd silent in anticipation. Miller beaten again, but again the ball slides wide. As Jakl goes so close, looking for his hat-trick. The angle was opening up for him.
The bad news for Glasgow is that Kolar starting to find passes using the boards through the Scots defence.
Now the Scots looking for another goal. Keeper well out, and it's beautifully flicked in by Kevin Squire. He took that one perfectly, and Glasgow again keep the 2-goal advantage. Great work by Callum Wood, and Squire said thank you very much. Oh, nice bit of lay-off. Viverka under pressure, concedes the corner. And he's just on the court, and he gives away a set piece to the Scots.
That's great skill from Stibbles there. He was running the wrong way and managed to play the ball back in again. Terrific.
Squire, touch off, and that hit the foot on the line again. Viverka, and the penalty stroke awarded by the Dutch umpire Peter von Rett, and you can see how clearly the referee was correct. He's the keeper, Viverka's foot on the line, and that is illegal. That is a penalty stroke. And he does, with conviction. Kenny Stibbles kept his cool and rattles in an excellent goal for the Scots. You couldn't see a better penalty than that.
Great confidence from Stibbles here. That's a man on top of his game.
Patrick number 8 with the ponytail, trying to see if he can sneak something. Well, the pressure's mounting. Glasgow know that the Czechs have got to get something fairly soon if they're going to get back into this final. And that was a good bit of nifty footwork from Kevin Squire. Callum Wood, well, that looked dangerous, but it wasn't. And again, you can see the skill of the Scots. Oh, round the keeper. And a chance, oh, set up and taken. Kenny Stibbles scores a magnificent hat-trick. That is the goal that could win the tournament for Glasgow. And look at, they got the return ball perfectly. The net was gaping, and despite Kotrick's effort, the ball ended in the net along with the Czech player.
Great player.
Glasgow 7, Prague 3. Stibbles' goal tally rises to 12 for the tournament. And he must be pushing Callum Wood for man of the tournament as well. The Czechs now trying to finish with a little bit of style to salvage their pride, which certainly has been damaged. Glasgow beating them in the pool match yesterday, 12-6, and now 7-3 the Scots lead in the final. Set piece. Smacked in hard by Kolar. Tight angle. And Miller recovered from his nervous, edgy start to the second half. Was certainly in position. The Czechs, again, the keeper blocking it well, and as they tried to go round the sides, down they make the angle, the keeper was back, and again that was good defensive work. We're critical of Paul Miller early on, but he saved the day there. Now it's Glasgow's turn for the set piece. Hit the post, and Philip Webster hit the post. It'll have to come back, it'll have to be retaken, but Webster was an incredible effort here by the Glasgow captain.
I think he saw a postage stamp up there somewhere.
Let's see what he does again. Havluj under pressure, turned to the side, and it was open for Kurt Thompson. His second goal, Glasgow's 8th, and really it is a procession now in the final. The Czechs have cracked against the youth and inexperience perhaps, but a lot of skill in the Glasgow ranks, and the experienced Czech side now trail by 5 goals in the final, and we've got just over 6 minutes remaining.
That was a backstick tackle there. Kolar obviously just getting a bit tired now. Correct decision by the umpire.
Well, they did it the last time, let's see if they do it again. This time they go route 1, and it's so easy for the Scots. Philip Webster notches up goal number 9, his second. And again, the Czechs in disarray, under the keeper and into the net.
You see the difference there. Kolar doesn't want to step inside. He's worried about getting hit with this ball, and that's where the ball goes. Not like Davy Johnson in the Scottish side. He'll stand there.
Here they come though. They might be able to fire a goal. Miller get back again to prevent Hackle from getting in. His missed penalty in the first half, probably the turning point in this final, but there's been no denying Glasgow's merited play in the second half.
That just sums up the final really. Hackle's our top player, and that's about the first time he's been dangerous in open play, with just a couple of minutes to go.
And there is another goal for Glasgow, rattled in with glee by Kevin Squire. He helps himself to a hat-trick, and Glasgow's tally rises into double figures. This really is a whitewash, turning into a rout as Glasgow and the Scots lead by 10 goals to 3.
I can't remember the last time I've seen such a positive Scottish performance. Glasgow are really playing very, very well.
Well, I think we'll have to go back to the days of Chris Sutherland and Gordon Grassick, Alan Stobbe. These were the players who brought Scottish indoor hockey to the fore in the early days. There's the Scottish bench. They're obviously happy. John McEwen and having a word with Bruce Castle down in the right-hand corner as the Czechs have this set piece. But the time is against them. Clock stopped on 1 minute 36 seconds remaining. Yes, they take it. Rattled in there with Martin Zeeman. It's only a consolation for the Czechs. You say, well, why couldn't you have done that before? Nice dummy as Kolar stepped over it. And Zeeman, just watch the net bulge.
It's very apt that this score makes it 10-4.
The ball coming through for Jackal. One last throw. The countdown is on. The Czechs are blocked in the corner. Well, the roars of the crowd tells you that this is a Glasgow triumph. They've beaten Prague by 10 goals to 4 in the final of the Glasgow World Cities Indoor Hockey Tournament. It's been a splendid tournament. Glasgow deserved thoroughly to win this one. Kenny Stibble's a hat-trick, so did Kevin Squire. Philip Webster, the captain, had 2, and Kerr Thompson also had 2. For the Czechs, Jackal picked up 2, Zeeman and Marek. But the missed penalty by their captain, Roman Hackl, in the first half, when it was 2-2, might have been a turning point. But in the end, a great storming second half by the Scots. They thoroughly deserved their victory. Victory for Glasgow in the final.
Congratulations, Phil. World Cities champions. How does it feel?
Feels great. We played really, really well and really, really happy. Overjoyed. Didn't know that when we come in this tournament we were going to win it, and I'm really, really thrilled with the guys. Brilliant.
And I think throughout the weekend you scored something like 50 goals. That's quite something.
Yeah, I've certainly taken my chances, especially at corners. It's been, when we've had the opportunities, the guys have slotted them away, and it's certainly helped to winning games.
And Prague, I think in the end it seemed quite comfortable, but they pushed you all the way certainly till half time.
Oh yeah, they're a very good team, but I think everyone was quite tired, especially towards the end. We just try to keep the pace going, keep pressing them, and ran out 10-4 winners.
And it's all the more remarkable considering you only got together really last week or something.
Yeah, we only got together last week. We've had quite a few training sessions, but definitely the guys played brilliantly this weekend. It's a great credit to the coaching staff and everyone that's organised this.
And in terms of indoor hockey in Scotland, this will give the sport a boost in this country, the fact that you've won it.
Oh yeah, it's good for the TV cameras to be here as well. You know, give hockey a bit of a boost on the world scene, and hopefully Scotland as well.
So Glasgow win the World Cities crown for 1998. Congratulations to them and to Prague for making it such an enthralling final. That's just about it from the Kelvin Hall. We've had a real feast of indoor hockey. We hope you've enjoyed it too. From us all, good night.